That's what I'm talking. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I want to make sure we all good. All right, there we go. There we go. So we are live. This is live. This is not pre-recorded. We are here Wednesday, December 10th, 2025. And we want to really prepare for 2026. We want to go into the new year at an all-time high. So I'm going to break down some cool strategies tonight on how you can go out there and get access to $250,000 in funding. And not just that, how do you take that funding to go invest into already profitable businesses, y'all? Already profitable businesses that work. All right. So if you're ready for that, type ready in the chat if you're ready for that. If you are ready for that, type ready in the chat. That's what I'm talking about. Look, now before we get started, I'm going to give you some powerful information. I want to make it very clear. I commit to giving you everything that I can in the next 90 minutes. For the next 90 minutes, I need your undivided attention. I need your complete focus. I don't want you scrolling on social media. I don't want you texting. If you got to go to the bathroom right now, whatever you need to do. I need you locked in with me for the next 90 minutes because the truth is, when it's time to go watch a movie, when it's time to go watch Netflix, when it's time to watch and talk to friends and family about things that don't serve us, we know how to binge that information, right? We know how to binge the TV and binge the gossip. But I want us to binge this information tonight. If we could do that, type commit in the chat. If we could do that, type commit in the chat. So to make sure we got the right people in the room. If we can do that, type commit in the chat. Because I'm gonna give y'all some powerful game, but I need to make sure I got the right people in the room. Walter, that's what I'm talking about. I got your commitment. Princess, I got your commitment. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I like to hear. And when y'all comment, make sure you tag everyone in the chat so that everyone can see the engagement and all the like-minded action takers that we have in this room. Christine, shout out to you. Take and congratulations, shout out to you. I got your commitment. So that's the first thing. The second thing that I want to make very clear before I move on, I need you to show up and give it your all. I need you to give this class your complete focus, right? And what does that mean? Have your pen, have your pad, be ready to take notes because the note takers are the money makers. I want to make that very clear. The note takers are the money makers. Now, have you ever been on a class and they was giving out a lot of information and it was very intriguing to you? You was interested, but the entire class you could not focus because you was distracted because you was trying to figure out what was going to be the offer at the end, how much was going to be the investment. Let me know. Put me in the chat if that's been you before. You joined a free class and they giving you so much information, but you nervous because you like the whole time you're thinking about what is this going to cost me? What is the offer at the end? Let me know. Have you been a part of anything like that? All right, exactly. Exactly. So I want to make this very clear, right? This is not that. This is not the class where I'm going to, give you a bunch of information and don't tell you that there's an opportunity for you. And then you got to be worried about what's going to be the investment if you can afford it. This is not that. I'm a firm believer in being very transparent. So I will let you know straight up front. I do have an opportunity for you to work closer with me so I can help you get to your goals. I want to make that very clear, right? So there will be an opportunity at the end of this. And that opportunity to work with me and my team a little more intimately is going to be an investment of $1,000. I want to make it very clear, right? And the reason why I want to put that out there is because I don't want you to be distracted this entire class thinking about money. I want you to focus on the information that I'm sharing with you, and then you can decide at the end if it's valuable enough for you to invest in yourself. Is that a deal? If that's a deal, somebody type deal in the chat. I want you to be completely focused on deciding, okay, I know what the investment is. Now let me focus on this information so that at the end of this, be able to decide whether it was valuable enough to me. And I want to also make this very clear. The opportunity I will be presenting at the end of this, it will only be for the first 10 people. So I'm not here to take everybody to the next level. I only want to work with the quality and not the quantity. And I'm a firm believer in being transparent, leaving all in the line. So if we ready and we want to get into it, somebody type ready in the chat. Somebody type ready in the chat. There we go. There you go. Perfect. All right. So with that being said, let's jump right into it. If you can see my screen, put a one in the chat. I want to make sure we all good. My name is Ramel Newworlds. I am 33 years old, born and raised in Brooklyn, New York. My story is like anybody else. I'm no different than anybody on this call. I come from poverty, welfare, food stamps, free lunch. you name it. I've come from humble beginnings. I'm no stranger to struggle. The reason why I'm sharing this is because I want you to understand that I'm going to share some great things that I've been able to accomplish, but it wasn't always that way. And I want you to know that it's not about how you start, it's about how you finish. Somebody type finish in the chat. So even though I was born and raised in Brooklyn, poverty, welfare, food stamps, free lunch, my mom passed away when I was 12 years old to cancer. Then my grandmother that raised me 2 years later, she passed away to cancer. I lost two of my motherly figures in my life before I was 14 years old. And I was raised by a single father, watching him go to work 50, 60 hours a week, busting his ass to keep the lights on. If you can relate to that, somebody type relate in the chat. See, I come from that, but today I sit here in front of you as a serial entrepreneur. I own multiple businesses, 6 and 7 figure businesses, but I am most known as the self-storage king. The reason why I am the self-storage king is because I've been able to master a hidden industry. We call it the best kept secret, which is the self-storage business. This is where we make money in commercial real estate with no tenants, no trash, no toilets. And I've been able to take this model and scale and build a $10 million self-storage business. And not just that, I've been able to acquire other small businesses such as mailbox stores, such as e-commerce stores, such as laundromats and different things of that sort. So self-storage has been my main flagship business, but I've diversified and I am the master, the expert, right, when it comes to buying businesses that already work. That's what I want to teach you. We don't have to reinvent the wheel. 90% of businesses fail within the first 10 years. So why start something from scratch when you could buy a business that works? Does that make sense? Yes or no? Does that make sense? My mission on this call is to teach you how to buy these businesses creatively with no money out of your pocket. Somebody type no money in the chat because a lot of times we think that, we have to have a bunch of money in our bank account. We need to have an 800 credit score. Yes, it's good to have these things, but you don't need it. All you need is the will because I'm going to teach you the skill. All you need is a big enough why because I'm going to teach you how to do it. I've been able to help 8 self-storage millionaires come through our program. We've been able to help thousands of students get into the 700 Credit Club, get access to over $50 million in funding and counting. So this is just some of the things that I've been able to accomplish just to share really quick. And I'm not somebody that just popped up yesterday, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. I'm not a pandemicpreneur. I've been doing this for 12 years. I am the author of 2 books. I have a nonprofit organization. We have multiple in-person tours. I've done dozens of events in and out of the tri-state, going across the country, hosting free seminars, teaching financial literacy, y'all. So my goal for you today, my complete goal is to teach you the art of capital mastery. I want to show you how to get access to $250,000 in funding in 90 days or less. 90 days or less. All right. So if you're ready for that, type ready, write ready in the chat. If you're ready for that. 90 days or less. All right. Now, it only takes one deal to change your life. For those of you that do not know me, I want to make this very clear before I get into this powerful information. It only takes one piece of information. It takes one class, one opportunity, one phone call, one mentorship, just one. Somebody type one in the chat. All it takes is one. And everything that I'm going to share with you is from my real life experience. This is not theory. It's stuff that I've done in my own life. I started out right here. I did everything that they told us to do. Right. I went to high school and graduated. And I went to college, got my bachelor's in business management, minor in communications. I got a full-time job working for Pepsi in the corporate world. And I did that, but I wasn't fulfilled. And I said, I got to do something different. And I utilized my 9-to-5 job and I was able to take the money that I invested and pay for mentorship and be able to go out there and purchase my very first real estate asset. And I made 6 figures in my very first deal. And this is just the receipts. I like to show this because sometimes seeing is believing in our community. Unfortunately, when we don't see it, we don't think it's real. So this right here is what you call a deposit verification form. I walked away from the closing table with $157,000 after I paid off all my commissions and split my profits and all the things that came with the business. But I didn't take that money and just splurge. I started to reinvest in myself. I wrote down my goals. I started to double down on how much money I wanted to make and how I was going to build my brand and the lifestyle that I needed to be, the person I needed to become. And I've been able to build up this portfolio of multiple checks, passive income, active income, you name it. We just want to go get the income. Somebody type income in the chat. Somebody type income in the chat. Multiple HUDs, multiple 6-figure deals. because I've been able to master a system. And system stands for saving yourself significant time, energy, and money. And the system works. You just have to work the system. It's a proven blueprint, y'all. And this system is what has allowed me to retire my wife, fire my boss. I've been able to help my family out, $20 million in family wealth. I'm being interviewed on national television, traveling all across the world. I've been able to take private flights. I was awarded for making seven figures in two different businesses in 30 days. Just so many great things that I've been able to do. I purchased my dream car, $300,000 Lamborghini, and that's cute. Right, the Lamborghini is cool, but what's most important behind the Lamborghini is the storage facility. See, that storage facility I purchased with no money out of my pocket, and guess what? That cash flow pays for the Lamborghini. So these are the things that we've been able to do, y'all. So I just want to make sure that you understand that, when you see yourself, when you see me, I want you to see yourself. I want you to be like, okay, I'm inspired by what this brother is teaching us today or what's showing us, because sometimes we need to see it to believe it. This is what I've been able to do. All right. So somebody type show me in the chat if you're ready for me to show you. Somebody type show me in the chat if you're ready for me to show you. Let's get right into it. Let's talk about the money. I want to break down some sequences for y'all. All right. So the first thing that we need to do, I'm gonna open this up. Open this up and we're gonna get into it. All right. So when it's time for us to go and get access to the capital, this is how we're gonna do it. We got to make sure that we are in position. All right. So the first thing that we do to make sure that we're in position is to make sure that our credit is set up properly. And that's what I want to get to right here. All right. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Perfect. There we go. There we go. All right. Cool. So this is what our credit report should look like. All right. So there's 5 factors that make up your credit profile. You have payment history, which is 35% of your profile. You have your credit utilization, which is 30% of your profile. These two alone is 65% of your profile. So if you focus on these two alone, you'll be at the 700 credit club, and everything else is just that cherry on top. So you want no lates, no collections. You want an average age of 3 years or more. You want to make sure that you have at least 10 accounts reporting and less than 2 hard inquiries. And we teach you how to remove inquiries in our program. We teach you how to build this stuff out. We show you how to get credit builders. We show you how to get pledge loans and, authorized users so that you can build your profile. But the goal is this. If your credit report does not look like this, and that needs to be your focus. That needs to be your focus. If your credit report does not look like this, that needs to be your focus. All right? Cool. Now, everybody that stays to the end, I'm going to do some cool things for you. Number one, I'm going to give you free credit repair. So if your credit's not where it needs to be, don't even worry about it. I'm going to give you free credit repair. All right? And I'm also going to give you our business funding checklist at the very end to show you step by step on how to go get access to funding. All right? So this is what your credit report should look like. All right? Now it's time for us to go and apply. We got big banks, local banks, regional banks, credit unions. What I like to start with is credit unions, but we need to know which credit unions pull which credit bureau. So the way it's going to work, we're going to start out with the credit unions that pull Experian. So these are the credit unions that pull Experian. You got First Tech, PSECU, Statement Department, Federal Credit Union, Affinity Credit Union, Andrews. Now let's do some math. Get your pen and your pads out. Let's just say you go and apply with each of these credit unions, and on the low end, they each give you $10,000 each. How much is that? Let me know in the chat. On the low end, if they each give you $10,000 each, how much is that? Let me know. Thank you, Lakeisha. That's $50,000. Perfect. So now I'm up $50,000, princess. Cool. Now I go to the next set of credit unions that pull TransUnion. So you got Navy Federal, Alliant, Apple, Tower, Lake Michigan. If I go and apply strategically with each of these credit unions and they each give me $10,000 each, how much is that? Added to the original 50. Let me know where we at. Let me know in the chat. Thank you. $100,000. There we go. So we are already up $100,000, and this can happen within 30 days if your credit report looks good. Now, I'm going to show you how to get the money even if your credit don't look good. It's going to take you a little bit longer, but I got you. All right, Cool. Let's keep rolling. Let's hit the next set of credit unions that pull Equifax. So if you picking up what I'm putting down, we are strategically applying for the credit unions that pull Experian. We hit them first. Then we hit TransUnion. Now we hit Equifax. So we got Digital Credit Union, Justice Credit Union, PenFed, Dover, NIH, FCU. So each of them give you $10,000 on the low end. How much is that? Add it up, y'all. Let's get it. How much is that? How much is that? Thank you, Milton. That's $150,000. Thank you, Lakeisha. So we already up $150,000. Let me know. Type me in the chat if you cool with going to get $150,000 with credit unions. Now, this is just credit unions. Just keep this in mind. This is not even the Chase, the American Express, the Wells Fargo, the Bank of America. This is not even those banks. Right? This is just the credit unions, because the credit unions are more customer centric, more customer focused. They're willing to work with you more independently and be able to get you access to capital because they are competing with the big banks. All right. So we keep this same process going. So I'll give you another example, right? I'll give you another example. We keep the same process going. So let's say we go and apply with the big banks. All right. Let's say we go and apply with the big banks. Here we go. Let's say we go and apply with all the banks that pull Experian. Well, American Express pulls Experian, Wells Fargo pull Experian, PNC Bank, M&T Bank, Chase Bank. Now, if each of these banks give you $10,000 each on the low end, how much is that? How much is that? Thank you, Milton. We had 200,000. But this is where we take it up a notch. American Express, they'll give you 4 credit cards with 1 pull. So now we are able to get multiple cards. We are stacking up the credit with the same pull. So now I really put myself in position to go get maybe another 20, 30, 40,000 off the same pull. It's called double dipping. Chase, they'll give you 2 credit cards up to $150,000. Same pull. M&T Bank, they'll give you 2 credit cards, same pull. So when you understand which banks will give you multiple products with the same pull, that is how you put yourself in position to go win. Are y'all following me? Are y'all following me? So cool. So that's how we go get the money. Getting credit cards is the entry-level way to go get access to capital. Entry-level way. Now, some of you probably thinking, Mogul, I don't have the best credit. Matter of fact, let me ask this question. Put a 1 in the chat if your credit report is a credit score is a 700 or above, and it looks like the what I showed earlier. Put a 1 in the chat if your credit is 700 or above and it looks really good. It checks off those boxes. Put a 2 in the chat if it doesn't. If you like, Mogul, I got some work to do. I need credit repair. I need some restoration. I didn't have these strategies. Put a 2 in the chat. All right, I got something for everybody. Everybody's going to be taken care of. No worries. So what we're going to do is this. The first thing that we're going to do, right, we are going to go to what is called subprime lenders. I'm not sure if you ever heard of them, right? Put a 3 in the chat if you don't know what a subprime lender is. Let me show you. So let's show you. So let's see. Let's go to Google. What are subprime lenders? Y'all see this? So a subprime lender provides loans like mortgages or credit cards to borrowers with poor credit histories or low credit scores who wouldn't qualify for standard prime loans from traditional banks. These lenders compensate for higher risk by charging high interest rates. So these subprime lenders is not your Wells Fargo, not your Chase, not your Bank of America. These are private companies that lend out to people that don't have the best credit. Right? So if this is you, you're going to have to go to a subprime lender. Now, keep in mind, they do charge higher interest rates. That's the business. It is what it is. It costs money to make money. But if I showed you how to get a higher return than what it even costs you to get the money, would you still take it? Let me know in the chat. If I showed you how to get a higher return than what it even costs you to get the money, would you still take it? All right, absolutely. So I'll give y'all some subprime lenders. We got One Main Financial. And look, you could apply and there will be no impact to your credit score. You can do a soft pull pre-approval. That's what I love about this subprime lenders, because you could just apply and do what we call window shopping. So you could just see if they approve you or not. And if they don't, then there's no hard pull. You keep moving. You got One Main. You got Op Loans, which is another one. Same exact process. You can apply, no impact to your score, just to see if you get a pre-approval. If they approve you, then they'll give you a hard pull. So you got op loans, you got FIG loans, which is another one. And we got over 30 plus subprime lenders. I'm just gonna give y'all five tonight to make it simple, right? We got net credit, all right? And then the one more I'll give you is Upstart. So that's five. That's five subprime lenders that I just gave y'all. All right. So Upstart, One Main Financial, Op Loans, FIG Loans, Net Credit. All right. Now here go the game. Pick this up. You're going to go and apply strategically with each of these subprime lenders. Hit them all at once. And let's say on the low end, each of them give you $10,000. How much is that? How much is that? If each of them give you $10,000, how much is that? You apply for these subprime lenders, five of them. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Lakeisha. Thank you, man. That's $50,000. Well, you probably thinking, Mogul, well, I got 50,000. They're going to charge me 25% interest. What do I do? Trust me, I got you. So now what you do is you got this cold cash. And the cool thing about the subprime lenders, if they approve you, they will ACH deposit the money into your account within 48 hours. So literally in 2 days, you will have 50,000 cash in your account. And then you're going to go to Bank of America and request for what is called a secured business line of credit. Secured business line of credit. Mogul, what do you mean by secured? Secured means that you're going to go to Bank of America and say, hey, I don't have the best credit, but I would like to build a relationship with you. You're going to give them $50,000 that you got from the subprime lenders. They're going to hold it as collateral, but then issue you a secured business line of credit. The reason why I want a line of credit is because it acts as cash. So when I create my online account, when I get my business line of credit, you can literally log in and transfer the money off the line of credit into your bank account as cash. Are you following me? So I'm taking my 50,000 from the subprime lenders and I'm going to Bank of America. I'm going to give them 50,000 and they're going to issue me a secured business line of credit. I'm going to withdraw the money off the line of credit, and now I'm going to go to PNC Bank and do the exact same thing with the same money. Hey, PNC, I don't have the best credit, but I would love to build a relationship with you. Here go $50,000. They're going to hold it as collateral, but then issue you a secure business line of credit. You're going to log into your online banking at PNC, withdraw the money off the line of credit, and guess what? You can go hit KeyBank now. Do the exact same process. Hey, KeyBank. They got secure loans too. Here go $50,000. Hold it as collateral, but then issue me a secured business line of credit. Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down so far? Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down so far? All right, good. So let's say we keep going. Let's not even stop there, right? Let's say I go to M&T Bank now, and I take 50,000 and go to M&T Bank. I'm gonna give it to them. They hold it as collateral, but then issue me a secure business line of credit. I log into my online banking at M&T. I withdraw that money out as cash, and then I go into Truist Bank and I say, here, go 50,000. They're gonna hold it as collateral, but then issue me a secure business line of credit. So let's say I go to 5 banks and I do that. You could keep going, but I want to stop here. Let's say I stop at Truist. Once I stop at Truist, I'm gonna take that money and I'm gonna go back to Bank of America. And I'm gonna say, hey, Bank of America, it was great doing business with you. I'm gonna pay you off completely. So instead of me going to another bank, I stop and I go back to Bank of America, pay them off. Well, somebody let me know in the chat, what happens when I pay Bank of America off? Somebody let me know in the chat, what happens when I pay Bank of America off? Yes, they'll let you withdraw the secured money. Yep. What happens when I pay Bank of America off, family? Yes, they raise my credit. Thank you, Chris. They turn my secured credit into unsecured. They turn my secured credit into unsecured. What does that mean? I get back my original 50,000 that I gave them as collateral. They give it back to me, but now they let me keep that $50,000 that they gave me. So now I got back my 50 and I'm up another 50. Now I'm gonna go to PNC Bank and do the exact same thing, pay them off with the 50,000 I got back. Well, they turn my secured to unsecured. I get back my collateral. right? I'm gonna go to KeyBank, do the exact same thing. Pay them off. They turn my secured to unsecured, I get back my collateral. I go to M&T Bank, I pay them off. They turn my secured to unsecured, I get back my collateral. I go to Truist Bank, I pay them off. They turn my secured to unsecured, I get back my collateral. But how much unsecured business line of credit did I just create for myself? For those of you that's following me and picking up what I'm putting down, how much unsecured money did I just create for myself? Let me bring it back. Let me bring it back. Let me bring it back. Thank you. $250,000. Thank you, Kirby. Thank you, Brenda. Thank you, Lisa. Y'all with me. Y'all with me. $250,000 in unsecured money. So no matter if you have good credit or bad credit, the money is there for you. You just lack strategy. And if you're on any class with me, any mentorship, any program, any opportunity, strategy will never be something that you lack. Matter of fact, money won't be a problem for you. We don't have a money problem. We don't have a money problem. So this may take you 90 days. It's going to take you some months because you got to build up the credibility with them. But how many of us have been working on our job for 9 years, 10 years, and we still don't got access to 250,000? Just let me know. So you can go the good credit route and just apply for the credit cards and stack them up based upon the credit unions, or you can go what we call our backdoor funding method and go get the money. Are y'all with me on that? Are y'all with me on that? There we go. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. All right, cool. Is it cool if I give y'all some more? Is it cool if I give y'all some more? So let me show y'all this. See, this is what we do. See, most people go wrong because they are doing things the old way. They are being trained the old way. And I'm going to tell you this, and I don't care, it may offend you, it may hurt some hearts, it is what it is, but I got to tell you the truth. There's been so many people over the last 5, 6, 7 years, and they've been trying Airbnb, and they want to invest in crypto, and I want to do Amazon drop shipping and Toro and all these different trendy businesses. Type me in the chat from talking to you. Over the last 5, 6, 7 years, you tried all these trendy businesses, but it did not work out for you. It failed. Because you was listening to mentors telling you a quick thing, which it made money during that time. Yeah, like every business has a season, but see, we like to buy recession-proof businesses that's going to be here forever. Somebody type forever in the chat. I want to buy businesses that's going to be here forever. So what we like to do, we don't want to start a business from scratch. 90% of businesses fail within the first 10 years. So I'd rather buy a business that has outlasted that 10-year mark. So what we do, we are going on websites like this. Let me show you. We'll go on websites like this, bizbuysell.com, right? And it's multiple businesses on here for sale. So I'll go ahead and I'll show you. Search for a business, right? We could pick different industries, right? We want established businesses. And check this out. Let's see what's on here right now. And this is everyday business owners and that's sitting here selling businesses. Right? So they got a vending machine business that they're selling, a med spa business right here as well. This is just all text. I'm gonna widen this out. Somebody's selling a fitness franchise that's already proven. A laundromat right here, highly profitable laundromat. Do you know that a laundromat has a 92% success rate? Now look at this. They're asking for 2.4 million and it's bringing in 1.2 million. So let me know, put a 1 in the chat if you've seen this number of 2.4 million, that you put a 1 in the chat if you feel like, nah, I would scroll past this because I don't think I could get this type of money. Put a 2 in the chat if you're like, nah, I could probably get the money up to buy this. Let me know. Put a 1 in the chat if you probably see, oh man, 2.4 million. Nah, let me keep moving. I don't think I can afford that. Put a 1 in the chat and put a 2 if you're like, nah, I could probably figure this out. All right, cool. So I'm gonna show you how this is gonna work. See, I don't look at this top number, right? I may see 2.4 million, great. It's already bringing in 1.2 million. So you're walking into cash flow, which is amazing. You're walking into cash flow, right? So what I was gonna strategize with you on is say, okay, we can qualify for what is called the SBA 7A loan. So if I go to Key Bank, and you can look this up, SBA loans. It's an SBA 7A loan. It's a small business loan, right? Right here. It says the most common SBA loan. The program offers up to $5 million for a variety of financing needs with longer terms and lower collateral requirements than conventional loans. So this specific loan, you can get up to $5 million and you only got to come to the table with 10% down. So let's do some math, family. If I want to go buy this laundromat and it's 2.4 million, what is my down payment? What is my down payment? Thank you, KP. Thank you. Thank you, Danielle. $240,000. Thank you, Christine. Well, did I not just show you how to go get $250,000 in business credit cards or business lines of credit? Did I not just show you that? So that will be your down payment. So what I want you to strategize is, okay, let me look at the down payment number, and then how do I come up with that down payment money? How do I come up with the down payment money? So I just showed you how to get the backdoor funding method and go get $250,000 in unsecured money. I just showed you how to go and apply for the credit cards, and you stack them up and you go get over $250,000. The revenue for this business is $1.2 million, y'all. $1.2 million. $1.2 million. This is how it works. So why would I go out there and try to start something new and guess and struggle with systems, struggle with my team, struggle with marketing because it's something that's completely new, trying to figure it out when I can go buy something that already have the systems, have the employees, have the team, have the customers, have the marketing, have everything already built out. 1.2 million a year. 1.2 million a year. Thank you, Shaw. Don't reinvent the wheel. Don't reinvent the wheel. Can I show y'all some more? Let me show y'all some more. Just let me show y'all some more. All right. So let's see here. Let's see here. Let's see. How y'all doing so far? Y'all getting some valuable information so far? Or y'all getting some valuable information so far? Right. So let's check this out. All right. Let's see. Let's see. All right. So I buy self-storage businesses, y'all. That's my thing, right? So check this out. Check this out. Well, I'm gonna give y'all some real game, right? So I want to show y'all this. Um, so this is actually one of my self-storage businesses, right? Y'all can go look this up yourself. It's a real site. I couldn't fake this, right? I bought this facility 2 years ago for $850,000, y'all. I bought this for $850,000. All right. So this is 240 units. So let's do some math, family. I bought this for $850,000 and I utilized the SBA 7A loan. Can somebody tell me what was my down payment? Can somebody tell me what was my down payment? 850,000 and my down payment was 10%. How much was that? Thank you, Lakeisha. Danielle, you was close. 85,000. So how do you think I came up with the 85,000? Let me know in the chat. How do you think I came up with the 85,000? Where did that money come from? I utilized a Chase business credit card, y'all. A Chase business credit card, 0% interest for 18 months. Right? And this is our dashboard, as you can see right here. You know, I couldn't make this up if I wanted to. I could switch it out for multiple facilities and like kind of move it around. You know what I mean? I couldn't make it if I wanted to. This is real stuff, right? But when I purchased this business for 850,000 and I came to the table with 85,000 and I pulled the money off the credit card, I'm gonna show you the rent roll of when I first purchased it. This right here is a rent roll that I just pulled from when I first purchased it. Somebody, if you could see that number highlighted below, what is that number in the chat? Well, if for the people in the back, for that can't see, can you put that number in the chat? Thank you, Milton. $32,000. And you could look at the dates. These people have been here for years. You could look at the moving dates. So let me put this in perspective, right? So y'all can really understand this. Bought this self-storage business with no money out of my pocket because I leveraged SBA and I leveraged business credit cards, but it was bringing in $32,000 a month day one. Not, I didn't have to wait for my money. I didn't have to wait 2 years, 3 years, 4 years for my money. I walked into cash flow. Let me know in the chat if like how would you feel if you can buy a business that already has customers that's renting, that's paying, that have processes in place that you could just pick up and then you take to the next level. You see it right there. 32,000, that's what it was bringing in gross. Gross. So then we had about my mortgage was $7,000. So you minus that, my mortgage was $7,000, so I'm down to 25,000, and then another $7,000 for operating expenses, management company, bills, you know, all the things that come with it. So you now I'm down to like 18 grand a month net. So you let me know. You let me know if you cool with that. You let me know if you cool with that. Right. And I want to show y'all this because sometimes, like I said, seeing is believing. We don't think this stuff is possible for some reason because we've never, like, nobody ever told us that we could own a self-storage business, that we can own a laundromat, that we can own a parking lot, that we can own a mailbox store. Right. I want to give y'all a little bit more. I want to give y'all a little bit more. If I give y'all a little bit more, somebody type more in the chat. If I can give y'all a little bit more, somebody type more in the chat. All right. So I want to share with you one more business that I purchased and the cool things that we about to do with it. All right. So let me show you. So right here is another self-storage business that we purchased early this year. Another so like already set up business, right? But the cool thing about this one, I love it so much because let me see if I could go in Google Maps. See. See. All right, cool. So the cool thing about this facility, right, when we purchased it, it has 111 units, great. But was really, really cool that I like about it right here is an office space, is a headquarters, right? Now we run our facilities remotely. So we don't have anybody that works the facility because we do it all remotely, right? So we're turning this office into a mailbox store. So now we're turning one business into two businesses. Does that make sense? We're now turning one business into two businesses. I'm gonna show you how. I want to show you some pictures. And I couldn't make this stuff up. I couldn't make this stuff up if I wanted to. I couldn't make it up if I wanted to. All right. So look. So let's see. right. So let me show y'all some pictures. So right here, as you can see, look at the front. We painted the front. We put some new lights up. We added our QR code because everything is remote. So we're in the process of building this stuff out right now. Can y'all see the pictures? Put a one in the screen. Put a one in the chat if you can see the picture. Put a one in the chat. Right. So we going through our process to renovate everything. Right. New lights up, looking good. See, all right, yeah, new lights up, right? Cleaning it out, everything is looking good. This is it now. You see the difference from the picture when we first took it and like now how we painted when we painted it, right? Scroll even down. Look at the mailboxes, and this is we having a grand opening next top of the year, January 18th. We having our grand opening for it, right? In real time. So let me just break this play down for you, right? I bought the self-storage business for $450,000 and I didn't go to a bank. I leveraged what is called seller financing. Put a one in the chat if you're familiar with seller financing. Put a two in the chat if you're not familiar with seller financing. Okay, so seller financing is when the seller of that property owns it free and clear, and they act as the bank and they give you a mortgage note versus you going to the bank to borrow some money. So this is how it went. Purchase price 450,000. I worked it out with the seller and I said, hey, I'll give you 200,000 down. The other 250,000 you'll give to me in the form of a note. Let me see if I can show y'all this, right? Let me see if I can show y'all this, if I can find it maybe. Yeah. Yep, right here. Cause I like the show. I like the show. All right. So look, this right here is the HUD. Couldn't make this if I wanted to, right? You see it, Smith Station, see the purchase, right? The purchase price, $450,000. As you can see it right here, 450,000. But if you scroll down, you see line 206, owner finance mortgage. That means the owner gave me a loan for 250,000 and I didn't have to go to a bank. And I was able to go and get the 200,000 from business credit cards and funding and things like that. All right. So it's multiple ways to do it. It's multiple ways to get this stuff done. But you gotta be able to put yourself in the mind frame of like, I'm willing to do what it takes. I'm willing to do what it takes. Type me in the chat if you're willing to do what it takes. Type me in the chat if you're willing to do what it takes. This is the blueprint, y'all. Like we don't want to have to do it the old way anymore. I'm telling y'all the fastest way to get rich. The fastest way to get rich in 2026 is to go and buy a business that already works. We don't need to chase, because it's my passion. I'm passionate about this business, right? A lot of times, I'm so passionate and I want to, yes, great. But let's go get the profits first. Let's go get a business that's really going to bring you money, and then you could go invest in your passion. So for me, one of my passions is film. I want to produce TV shows and movies and TV series, but right now that's not bringing in the profits. These boring businesses are. So mailbox stores, self-storage businesses, laundromats, parking lots. It's a whole nother game. I can't even it's so much information, y'all. But what I've also been able to do with some of the storage facilities that I own, we have additional land. So with the land that we have, we rent it out for trucks. When they're on the road and they drive it and the trucks need truck parking, we rent out for truck parking and we make $10,000, $20,000 a month extra just from renting out to truck drivers. And that's not the flashy stuff that people will see online. My face is not attached to it. All of these businesses that I'm showing you, you would never know I own them. But the check clears every single day. So we need to be okay and understand boring businesses. That is where the money is. That is where the money is, y'all. So with that being said, who feels like this was valuable today? If you feel like this was valuable today, I need you to drop a fire emoji in the chat. If you feel like this was super valuable, And if you feel like Mogul, this was really good, this is really, really good, but I need more, type more in the chat. You like Mogul, like this is really good. I like how you broke down. I can go get credit, but I need to know a little bit more. Show me how to actually complete the application, Mogul. Right? Show me how to actually remove my inquiries, Mogul. Right? Show me how I should actually utilize what scripts to actually speak to bankers so that they give me the highest limits, Mogul. Show me how I should pull a list and identify the motivated business owners. I'm gonna give y'all some game real quick. So some of the things that I teach inside our mentorship is how to target business owners that have loans that are maturing. What does this mean? Well, every business owner that takes out a loan, their loan is due at some point. And most business owners that take out small business loans is short-term loans. It's typically 3, 5, sometimes 7 years. 5 years is the sweet spot when you're talking about commercial business loans. So I understand that. So now I target business owners where their loan is due to mature next year, in the next 2 years, in the next 6 months. That's my sweet spot. Why do I want to target these business owners? Because when your loan matures and you need to refinance and your interest rate is going to go up, well, you need to creatively figure out how to get that money back. The math may not make sense to you. And now that is the opportunity for me to have a conversation about your business for dirt cheap because you can't afford to make those payments. You got to understand the systems and the strategies, y'all. Somebody type more if you like Mogul. I need more of that. I need more of that. And those of you that really want to learn this stuff in more detail, do I have your permission to share the opportunity with you to work closely with me and my team and hear a little bit more, learn a little bit more, ask some questions, really be able to go a little deeper? Do I have your permission? Yes or no? If I don't have your permission, then I'm not going to share it. Only if I have your permission, y'all. Only if I have your permission. Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no? Only if I have your permission. All right, perfect, 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 perfect. So with that being said, what I want to do is introduce this opportunity. This is live. This is super live. This is live. All right, and this is only going to be, this is not on social media. You won't see this nowhere. It's only for the people that's on this call. On January 4th, I am having the Capital and Cashflow Virtual Mastermind. This will be a 3-hour intensive training where I'm going to be on there. This is not going to be no motivation. You already heard my story. I'm getting straight game, 3 hours straight. We're going to go in full detail on how to increase your income through life insurance. I couldn't even talk about life insurance tonight, but I'm going to show you how to become your own bank. I'm going to show you how to leverage your life insurance to buy businesses. I'm going to show you how to go get money creatively, how to raise capital, how to do the credit card stacking in more detail, how to get the business lines of credit, how to qualify for SBA, and most importantly, the multiple strategies to get into business ownership. Buying a business through SBA is not the only way. You could actually work your way into what is called a carve out, right? Where you could actually get ownership of a business and be able to bottom out once you grow the business. It's just so many ways. It's going to be a 3-hour intensive training. And for today only, it's going to be an investment of only $197, y'all. So it's not going to be $1,000 like it typically is, but tonight only is going to be an investment of $197 for you to join me on this 3-hour intensive capital and cash flow mastermind. And if you're ready for me to drop this link, drop the link in the chat. If you're ready to kick off your 2026 with the pathway to success, buying businesses, creatively funding your deals. And the truth is this, y'all, ownership is not optional. It is mandatory. If we look at what's happening in our economy, if we see what's going on in our country, if you do not have ownership, if you do not have some proven cash flow, if you do not have something that you can actually rely on to make you money, you will lose. AI is taking over. It's just so much that's happening. So you need to be in position to go and buy businesses that are proven. So if y'all ready for me to drop the link, drop the link in the chat. Y'all ready for me to drop the link in the chat? All right, there we go. They said drop the link. So I'm about to drop the link right now. Or team, can y'all get the link, team? Don't drop it yet because I want to give them some bonuses before we actually jump off. I want to give them some bonuses. All right, don't drop it yet. And these bonuses going to be for 10 people. Once we hit the 10 spots, I got to wrap this up. So for the first 10 people that do lock in a spot, these are some things that I'm going to actually give you. All right. Don't drop the link yet. Go get your card. If somebody got a transfer from their savings to their checking, if you got to call somebody up so they can cash app you, whatever you need to do, do it. Because I don't want to hear nobody say, oh, I missed it. No, I'm going to give you some bonuses for the first 10 people. So one, I'm going to give you my backdoor funding method. Is an 18-minute video where I went in full detail breaking down backdoor funding. So you're going to get that now leading up to the actual summit on January 4th. I want to give you that as a bonus. Not just that, I'm going to give you the list of subprime lenders, 30 plus subprime lenders. I only gave you 5 tonight. That's bonus number 2 for the first 10 people that lock in. I'm also going to give you the 24 to 72 hour inquiry and collection removal hack tonight. So you don't got to wait till January 4th. I'm going to give it to you tonight. Not just that, I'm going to give you a 7-day free trial to the Mogul Deal Evaluator, which is the software that we use to find businesses, underwrite them, and make offers in 60 seconds. Yes, I couldn't even break that down tonight because I didn't have a lot of time. But this is the software that we use. It's an AI-built software that helps us find deals, underwrite them, and make offers. That is how we're able to beat 99% of the competition. 99% of the competition. So if y'all ready for me, type ready in the chat. If y'all ready, type ready in the chat. If y'all ready, type ready in the chat. So these are going to be the bonuses, y'all. All right, so they said they ready, team. Team, they said they ready. So let's drop the link in the chat, team. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the link, drop the link, drop the link, drop the link. The link is in the chat. The link is in the chat. So look, I just want to make this also available to you, right? So when you click the link in the chat, you're gonna go here. And when you go here, it's $197. You get a diamond ticket, and you could actually break up your payment into 4 utilizing the platform called Zip. So you could do as little as $50 down today. Or you could be like me and I just pay in full because I already know the value. Like I already know the value and what you're gonna get is times 10. But you could definitely leverage the financing options as well. All right. So once you lock in your spot, type I'm in the chat so I can shout you out. Once you lock in your spot, type I'm in so I can shout you out. All right. Perfect, perfect, perfect. I hope y'all excited because I'm super excited for what's about to happen. And I'm going to go through this a little bit more in detail. Let's share this really, really quick. Where we at? Where we at? All right, right here. So for those of you, as you are locking in your spots, it's going to be a 3-hour virtual mastermind. So no matter where you are in the world, you can jump on. Like I said, it's straight game. We don't want to do no fluff, none of that. I want to get straight into it. So what you're going to get included in your diamond ticket, 3 hours access to the masterclass. Yes, you're going to get access to the Zoom room. You're also going to get access to the replays for the 24 hours after that, right? You're going to get access to our funding checklist, our business acquisition workbook. I also have a funding course that I'm going to give you as well as a bonus that comes with your diamond ticket. This funding course is $2,000 alone, and you're going to get that included as a bonus with everything else that I shared with you. You're also going to have an opportunity to do Q&A. So Q&A is going to be available for you. So we're going to have Q&A where you get to ask me questions. You're going to be priority. You're going to be at the front of the room. You're going to get a private, exclusive VIP Zoom banner. So we know exactly that you are diamond and you get your questions answered first. You're going to get some eBooks as well. You know, you're going to get access to our private Telegram chat. It's just so much. And I don't really like going through the pieces, to be honest, because I'm not a pieces type of guy. I'm really like a payoff. Like I don't care about what like the price. Like, tell me what's the payoff. Too many times we focus on cost instead of value. The truth is, what is it going to cost you if you don't make this investment in yourself? What is it going to cost you if you don't invest $197 to learn how to go get funding, how to buy businesses, and not just that, how to build a legacy for you and your family. What is it going to cost you if you stayed in the same spot next year this time? So I don't really like going through this, but some people, they need to hear this. So, these are all the things that you're going to get access to inside it. And then we also have a Saturday morning live mindset reset training, which is going to be the day before that you'll get access to. So it'll really be 2 days. So again, once you lock in your spot, type I'm in. I want to shout you out. I want to show you some love because this is an investment in yourself, no matter how big or small, whatever the price is that you invest. The fact that you are investing in yourself is a very big deal. And we got to be grateful. We got to be, show a lot of love for that. Not just that, right? You're going to get 30 days access to our Mogul Elite Club school. So this is insane that I'm giving away all of this stuff, like, but 197. But I want to make sure that you're in the room. I want it to be a no-brainer. Right. So those of you that do join, you're going to get access to our Mogul Elite Club community. So immediately you'll be able to join in and be a part of our live classes. So we have digital product classes on Tuesdays, and then we have credit repair classes on Wednesdays. This is live where you get to ask questions, get your support. Not just that, we have a full library of trainings, full library, how to get grant money, how to pay off your debts. This is the business funding course. It's just so much. We got a self-storage course in here as well. It's just a lot that you got in here. And we got 1,300 people in this community. There's no way this community would be not powerful if 1,300 people is in here, right? It just makes sense, right? So these are the things that we've been able to just accomplish. If I can show y'all some wins, right? Let's go ahead and let's talk about some wins, right? Oh, man. $8,000 approval. This is 9 days ago. No inquiry. Shout out to my bro, Tori. Shout out to Tori. Let's keep going. Let's keep rolling. Another 50 ball. Oh, man. Oh, man. Another 50 ball. There we go. $50,000. Let's keep rolling. Imagine you paying $197, getting in here, cleaning up your credit, getting access to funding. Look, $75,000 business credit card. Like, they think this stuff is not real. This is what's happening all day long. $75,000 business credit card. And this is just the school. This is not even the summit. The mastermind, the one-day mastermind, which is going to be tremendous. $22,000 eviction deleted. All right. So let me go back to the chat. My bad, y'all. I went on a rant. I ain't mean to go on a rant. Well, I did actually, but I said, let me see. Let me see who's in. Let me go back and see who's in. All right. So Lisa is in. Congratulations. Shout out to you, Lisa. Shout out to you. Shout out to Lisa. She is in. Who else we got in here? Niwa, shout out to you. Shout out to you. You are in. Congratulations. Hopefully I said your name right. If I didn't say it right, I will get to meet you face to face on the Zoom where you can correct me and we're going to build, because the virtual mastermind is not going to be like this. It's going to be where you have your face on the Zoom and we're going to be able to see you and you're going to be able to ask questions. So it's going to be more personable. All right, Asia, congratulations. Let's get it. Later, congratulations. Later, congratulations. TJ, congratulations. Let's get it. Phaedra, congratulations. Shateria, congratulations. That's what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about, y'all. I'm super excited about this. And I know what's gonna happen for everybody that does join. So let me just show y'all some more stuff, because it's one thing for me to do it, but it's another thing for you to see like what our students have done, right? So let's do this. So you go inside the school community, check this out. One of our students right here, Cookie Robinson, she purchased a mailbox store with only $5,000 out of her pocket. Literally $5,000 out of her pocket, had her grand opening, powerful business. She's making 6 figures a year. Let me know in the chat, do you have $5,000 to be able to buy a 6-figure business? And she did it creatively. She was able to do some type of seller financing as well, which we're going to talk about. Look at this. Another one. Naya, the legacy builder. She purchased a dry cleaning business utilizing her infinite bank, which is her insurance. Insurance. And I'm going to show you a little bit of that shortly. All right. So if you think it's not possible, I'm showing you that it's possible. Right. We have Royalty purchase the restaurant as well. No money out of her pocket. If you think it's not possible, it's possible. I just want to show you this, right? So we got people that's buying businesses. We got people that's getting funding. We got people that's cleaning their credit. No matter where you are on your journey, we got people that's getting it done. All right. So as I start to bring this to a close, I just want to make a few things clear. For those of you that did not join in for an investment of 197, let me know what's holding you back. Dawn, shout out to you. Dawn, shout out to you. Congratulations. I need to know what's holding you back. Because the truth is this. Can I be real? If I could be real, somebody type be real in the chat. If I could be real, somebody type be real in the chat. So you can do financing. You could break it up into 4 payments, but as little as $50. So did you try Zip? Check and see if you check and see if Zip works for you. Let me see. Let's see it. All right, so you can actually do Zip, and you can do 4 payments, right? So you can make it work, right? Make it work, make it happen. But I want to make this clear. I'm forever grateful to be able to share the information that I've been able to acquire and just the experience that I have. But I want you to understand that nothing's going to change unless you change. We are coming upon 2026. Did this year fly by or what? It feels like just yesterday we were saying Happy New Year last year and the year before that. Time is not waiting for nobody. And one of my mentors told me this a long time ago. She said, time is inevitable, but growth is optional. See, what you do with that time is on you, but it's going to pass us by regardless. So you got to ask yourself, okay, 197, what is this worth to me? Is my children worth 197? Is my freedom worth 197? Is my life worth 197 for me to invest in myself, to learn information that I'll get an infinite return on? We spend 197 on Uber Eats and DoorDash and just simple things where we could pay 197 to be able to learn something we could pass down for generations. I want you to figure it out, have a figure it out mentality. Because the truth is this, when it's something that's important to us, when it's something that we really, really want, when it's something that we really, really care about, nobody could tell us otherwise. Am I right or am I wrong? Let me know. Let's talk about it. When it's something that we really care about, when it's something that we really want to do, can somebody tell us otherwise? We figure it out. We figure it out. That is what I want you to do right now, because guess what? If you are a parent right now, when you have some children, they are dependent on you. They're dependent on you. And I'm speaking to myself because that's the type of energy that I come out with every single time. That's why I'm in mentorship. That's why I'm invested in myself. That's why I'm paying the experts. Because I got family that depend on me. And I want you to know, this is not just another class. This is not just another program. I am telling you, you did everything else and it didn't work because they was telling you the wrong thing. And I was a part of that because I didn't know no better. I was going out there and I was buying single family real estate and I was trying to do Turo and I was doing all these little trendy things until I learned, oh no, that's not what wealthy people do. Wealthy people don't reinvent the wheel. Wealthy people buy what's already successful. Do you know that Elon Musk sold PayPal to buy Tesla? Tesla wasn't his company. He bought Tesla and then grew it. Like, do we understand how business, like Mark Cuban, he sold his tech company to go buy the Dallas Mavericks. And then he sold the Dallas Mavericks to go buy a pharmaceutical company. That is how wealth is built. Buying businesses that work. So if you're somebody that's working a 9 to 5 job, this is your way to make some money buying a small business that you could still make money and keep your job. Or you may be somebody that's like, hey, I got a business and I'm making money in it, but this could be another business that you invest in. It don't matter where you are on your journey, this works for everyone if you work it. It's not a coincidence that you're on this call with me tonight. We're here Wednesday, 10 p.m., December 10th. You're here for a reason. It's not a coincidence, it's confirmation. I want us to take the blessing. When God is actually sending us a message, we got to know when to pick up on it. We got to know when to pick up on it. All right. So, with that being said, one last time, for those of you that locked in your spot, type I'm in the chat so I can shout you out. And then what I'll do is, see, Don, you're supposed to be at work tonight. Exactly. Everybody else, if you locked in your spot, type I'm in. And then what I'll do is maybe for the next 5 minutes, I'll answer some questions. For the next 5 minutes, I'll answer some questions. Chris, congratulations. V. Kirby, congratulations. Let's get it. So, what questions y'all have? I'll put some. I'll spend some time with y'all answer some questions before we close this thing up. Phaedra said I wasn't supposed to be here. See, God is real. God is good. God is good. Tracy, let's get it, Tracy. Congratulations. Congratulations. So I'll take some questions. I'll take 5 minutes and some questions. So where do we access our bonus info? So great question. So once you pay, you're gonna get an email. Check your spam and team. Team, can you drop the support email for anybody that have any tech issues? You're gonna get an email. And that welcome email is gonna give you access to all of your bonuses. You're gonna get all of your bonuses. And then you're also gonna be put into a private Telegram group. And in that Telegram group, I'm gonna also make sure that you get access to your bonuses. So everything that you need, you're gonna get an email. So check your spam. All right. Tito, what up, bro? Tito, what up, bro? Yes, I do offer mentorship. Yes. So you're gonna get access to a private Telegram group. Team, can y'all drop the support email for anybody that's having issues if they don't have anything? And we got you. So check your spam. If you don't have an email, my team is gonna get with you. We're gonna make sure everybody's good. There we go. So that's the support email right there in the chat. If you have any issues with your purchase, send an email to our support team and they'll take care of you. All right. So just to bring it back and make this very clear, what is happening is we are having a 1 day capital and cash flow virtual mastermind. It's going to be a 3 hour intensive training. And I'm not giving no fluff. I'm not there to motivate you and talk about my story. I am literally going full-fledged information mode. Like this is literally going to be like jam-packed with information. January 4th, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right? And it's going to be 1 day. So just mark this off on your calendar. Make sure you are available. 197 diamond ticket. That is what you want to go for. Diamond ticket, right? You should get an email already. You should have gotten an email. If you didn't get an email, check your email. Or send an email to support. If you don't see nothing, send an email to support. But I'm pretty sure it's in your junk mail. All right. Any other questions? Any other questions before we roll? I'll give y'all back your time. I'll give y'all back your time. So, okay, and I want to make this clear. If you purchase, just email support. We're gonna take care of you. We're gonna make sure you get your bonuses. We're gonna make sure you're in a private group, and we want to build with you leading up to the summit. We're gonna make sure you get access to the community. We want to make sure you are all good. So if you do not have your stuff or you don't see an email, whatever the case may be, send an email to support, and then we'll be on top of it first thing tomorrow morning. What should your credit score be in order to use the backdoor funding method? Anywhere from like 550 to 620. If your credit score is 550 to 620, you can do the backdoor funding method. Hmm. Um, how long is the link? The link is only good like right now. Once I close off the Zoom, the link is not going to be available, unfortunately. Tanaya said, "Can I leave this available for a couple hours?" Um, all right, all right. What y'all think? Should I leave this available for till midnight? Should I leave this open till midnight for you to get these bonuses and get access to it? Okay. Let me know. Yeah, okay. So Phaedra got it. She said, check your spam. See, it's in your spam. All right, that's what I'm gonna do. And closed mouths don't get fed. Shout out to you tonight. I like that because you always gotta just ask. You never know. Even when you speaking with a seller or somebody that's selling their business, you never know. Just ask. They might do seller financing. They might be able to give you the deal. You never know unless you ask. Closed mouths don't get fed. So I love that spirit. So with that being said, I'm gonna leave this open until midnight tonight. So you can so what I want you to do is take this link and just save it, text it to yourself, put it in your notes, whatever you need to do. Take this link and use it prior to midnight. Prior to midnight. All right. All right. So with that being said, team, can we drop the free credit repair link? And can we also drop the business funding checklist? Just got to be a man of my word. Make sure I follow through on what I shared. So the business credit checklist and the business credit checklist and free credit repair. Drop that in the chat, team. All right, there you go. Diana Ray, not seeing my name in the chat. What's up, Diana? Your name is showing up as your phone number. How does Chapter 13 affect me? You could get bankruptcies removed. It takes some time, but we can get the bankruptcies removed. We'll show you that. Like, let me show you in our school community. I'll show you. I'll show you. Look at this. So check this out. Right here. Bankruptcy removed. You don't have to wait 7 to 10 years to get a bankruptcy removed. This is what our students are doing every single week, getting bankruptcies removed. So we show you how this goes. We give you the exact scripts, the exact templates, the whole thing. All right. So somebody's asking for the bankruptcy templates. We got bankruptcy right here. Bankruptcy removal process, exact process, step by step on how to do it. So we give you that. Yeah, so we got you. Everything that you need is in there. Student loans, if you want to get student loans removed, we got you on that as well. You name it. You name it. Um, Hi, Mrs. Doris. How you doing? What if my credit is good, but I have a bad relationship with the banks personally? Is a million banks. So if you got a bad relationship with five, 10 of them, you go to another 10. You know, there's a bunch of banks out here. So you wouldn't stress out about that. Just go to some new banks. All right, cool. Cool, cool, cool. All right, so with that being said, I'm gonna give y'all back y'all night. I want to thank each and every one of you for staying on with me and tuning in. I am forever grateful. You could be anywhere in the world, but you decided to be here with me. And for that, I always have to be grateful and thankful because I know that I am not here by my own doing. I will not be a man if I try to take credit for what God has done for me. I can never do that. God has put me here, and I'm only here by his doing. And because of that, I'm grateful to be in front of you to be able to spread this message. So thank you so much. Whether you decided to invest or not, I want to just thank you for taking out the time because time is our most valuable asset. I appreciate y'all. Everybody else that's on the other side, I'm gonna see y'all. And we actually have our orientation call for our school community. So you can get the information in regards to that. We got a lot coming your way. Trust me, but we got you. We got you. We're gonna get you to the finish line. Let's make 2026 the best year yet. I'll see y'all then.